Okay, we are live. I need to make sure it's actually going to the right source because I was using this OBS for something else the other day. Time to find out if it works.
Well, as long as
yeah.
if you can see that I'm set up, then I'm good to go.
Yeah, we're good.
I'll probably just hang out in the chat as well.
Yeah, I'll say something. I'll mod you. Yeah, we'll wait for people to show up. I made a very early announcement, like half a week ago. Oh my god, you're in the stream for once. Let's go.
I'm already mod. Nice.
Okay, cool. Cool stuff.
You just copied my wiki. Wait, I guess you do that for everyone.
I do that for everyone, yeah. I just put like the...
Yeah.
Do I have echo? If I do, it's from Wooshi then.
Oops.
Dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? Dude, what's wrong with you? Is it me or is it Wooshi?
Hold on. What if I mute? Is that gonna stop the echoing? Let's see.
I'm echoing. How is it me? Okay, look. All right, I turned off Wooshi's mic. So there's no way that it's me. I'm gonna turn it back on. Watch. Boom. Yeah, it's from Wooshi. Don't worry. We can sit here for a minute. It's fine.
What was that? Wait, can you hear me?
And guess who's not here? My co-host friends are not here. The reason they're not here is
let me switch to my laptop, see if that helps at all.
Okay. What does Ice Cave ever say? That's a good question. He hasn't been here for the last 6 episodes. 6 now, I think. Yeah, Wooshi has ruined this. He's completely ruined it. Don't worry, we take time to set up. It's fine. So I would have asked Riot to fill in, but I thought Finn was going to be here, and then he was like, "Nah." Yeah, it's okay. I have a plan. I'll just call random people, have them fill in. I was trying to call in the GDS. Fuck it. Why not? Why not, right? I'm waiting on Wooshi right now. He's swapping to a laptop.
Yeah, it's echoing when I'm unmuted, right?
Yeah.
I think that's...
Do you have... All right, let me ask you this. Do you have headphones?
Yeah. I just unmuted. Now people are saying echo, so that's me. Hold up.
Do you have headphones? I mean, honestly, we don't even have to call with Discord. I can just call with Bot Ninja, but... Say something?
Yeah. Hey, wait. Am I also being heard through the website or no?
Yeah, you still are.
No, I mean like the separate website that you're using.
Yeah.
Shoot, then that's probably...
All right. Is echo fixed? I'm waiting for people to say if it is or not. It's probably fixed for the most part.
I should probably join the website on my laptop.
It's not.
Too. Hold up.
I have an idea. I got this. Oh, he's not even in there anymore? What? All right. It's muted from our end? What the fuck? I might as well just be doing this podcast alone at this point. I swear I'm the only fucking one who is always here. Okay, still echo. I got it. Don't worry. Rejoin the VOD Ninja, and I'll just put on noise suppression. That'll fix it. That'll. Hold on, I gotta. Don't worry, guys. It's not embarrassing. It's not. Ah. Say something. All right, we're good. We're chilling. I'm alone again. Yes, Finn was going to be here, but last second he was like, "Oh, I'm not set up." So that's not no. So it's just me again. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Can we have one episode where everyone is here? If you guys can fucking bully them enough, then they'll actually do it. But I mean, Nico has a job, so that's not his fault. Finn just was not ready, so
Come on,
whatever.
this is his job.
I guess.
You just don't pay your employees enough, Blue.
Yeah, my bad. I paid Nico in his full chunk, regardless of him not being here for the last 5 episodes, because I'm nice and objective. But anyway, hey man, hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
Dude, I need to just add noise. I have an idea. You know what I should do? I should just do like a fuck all episode for like a milestone. Just have like just random fucking people. Yeah, we get paid.
Just chaos.
YouTube enough. And it gets evenly split. So yeah. All right. So everybody pretend the last how many minutes did pretend the last 7 minutes didn't happen and we start now, okay? Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Dasher Podcast. Welcome back to episode 13, I believe. And today we are joined by somebody that I've known for a very long time. I've known him personally and just known of him. Most new people might not know who he is, but if you do, you're a real one. Welcome to the show, Wooshi 999.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't do this. Oh my god.
Yeah, we know each other too well.
Yeah. I'll just have to try to treat you like I barely know you.
Yeah,
so
come
what
on,
have you been doing? How you been? You been good?
Yeah.
Anything new since we last talked? It's been a couple months, right?
It's been I don't know. I think it's been a long time since I've consistently talked to people.
Yeah, I just do it with close friends.
2019, 2020 or something like that. But I am in grad school now, so you know.
No, that'll mess with your online persona a little bit.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell about what you're going to grad school for? Because I know that you told me, and I think it's very fascinating.
Oh, yeah, just going to school for counseling. So like I'm doing like couples and family specialization. But also going to be seeing individuals as well.
Yeah. Didn't you say you were going to become a licensed therapist too, or something?
Yeah, that's what that is.
Oh,
it's kind of a synonymous.
Well, can you
term.
tell I don't know anything about that? That's cool. I don't know anyone else who is in that field, so that's kind of cool. Like,
yeah.
I bet 15 years down the line, you're gonna have a patient that mentions GD, and then you're just gonna have to sit there and not bring up that you're Wooshi.
I don't think I'm popular enough for that to happen, honestly. That would be really
Probably
strange
not.
if someone just walks in and they're like, "Oh my god, it's Wooshi." I know, I
Yeah,
don't
I've
see
been
that happening
grinding
at all.
bloodlust. I just
that would be strange though. I'd
Nobble
probably
Boy
have to
walks
refer
in.
him out.
Nobble Boy walks in. Ah, this guy stole bloodlust from me.
I gotta pretend that I don't know what he's talking about.
This guy named Wooshi
Just ask
is might gonna beat it before me.
I never even
when
beat
I was
it.
playing it? Do you remember when I was playing it and you were like, He doesn't really care unless it's me or Sonics. Do you remember that? I was playing the leaked copies.
Hmm.
Do you remember when I was playing the leaked copies of Bloodlust and I got 27 before it came out, and
Oh yeah,
and Naba Boy
yeah.
was just like, okay. I
I
felt
think
so bad.
yeah, I think Krazen was the only one who like significantly got progress before the release.
I remember. You remember how many people were expecting you to beat it in 2 hours?
Yeah, I never beat it. I just got bored of it.
That's a
Uh,
shame. Dude,
yeah.
that actually makes me curious because obviously you were one of the best players for your time and you still have maintained your skill a little bit. Do you think anybody ever back then or now, do you think anyone ever overrated your skill to like god status when it's like, no? Like with people expecting you to be
Well,
bloodlust in 2 hours, do you think that's just like, okay?
okay, that's unrealistic, but I think I guess for the time I mean in hindsight, Crimson Planet is like 30 something spaces above Bloodlust now. So I think I was the one who underestimated my skill the most. Um, can't
Really?
really say if anyone really overestimated or not, because I know that's how I felt. Like I felt as if everyone was overrating my skill back then, just
Hmm.
because I didn't really feel confident in myself.
That's a killer right there. That's a real
Yep.
blow. The world, if you were confident, you just beat the list. See, I'm doing the same thing.
What?
Overestimating. Yeah, man, just
Well,
beat the
it
list,
wouldn't be
dude.
2 hours,
Just
but
do it.
I'm
Yeah, the
sure
2 hour thing wasn't a bit. He beat BOJ like in around that time. I don't know if he had pre-practice, but
I had like not that much. I think I had like 200 attempts that I like pulled up. I played it for like 10 minutes or so, like an old copy, like before it came out on Blade of Justice. I think I just practiced like the first wave and ship, and that's pretty much it.
do you know something that I don't think will happen for another level on the scale that it did for Bloodlust? Dude, everybody fucking pre-practiced that. It was so
I
funny.
know.
I don't think that would happen again. Like if there was a big verification now and it got leaked, like they would just fucking publish it and call it a day or something. But with Bloodlust, Nobaway didn't care. It was so funny. He was like, "Yeah, whatever." I'm sure he did care because that's annoying if you were the verifier. But the fact that
Wait,
every like first couple victors, they all just had insane pre-practice is so funny.
that's true, yeah. No,
Sunnig,
I mean
Skolo.
I think
Yeah.
he definitely did care.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, because Krazen was about to steal the verification, right
Well,
from him.
yeah. I mean, I wasn't mentioning him. I was mentioning like
You mean like
the
the first
pre-practice
victor kind of
first
thing?
couple of
Okay.
victors that pre-practiced but weren't trying to steal it,
Gotcha.
like Sunix, Skolo.
Yeah.
Everybody, every fucking
Man, everyone
player
forgets
back then,
about Skolo.
everyone pre-practiced it. If you said you didn't, you're lying. Everybody had a copy of it and everyone was playing it. Then the level came out, it was this whole thing. I'm sure Hotball pre-practiced it too. That was such a big deal. The level was that large. It
Yeah,
was
it
larger than
was.
life. And Wooshi 999, the GOAT, didn't beat it.
Nope.
And everyone is
Bad at the
disappointed.
game.
I'm still kind of like shocked you beat Bladed Justice that fast. Like, I'm sure it wasn't 2 hours on the dot, but like,
I think it was slightly over. I think, um, yeah, it was probably slightly over 2 hours, but it was, I think it was like 1,000 attempts, right? Something like that.
only 1,000. I mean, I guess for two
Then,
hours of playtime, that makes sense.
yeah,
I wonder if
and
there's,
it's not
yeah,
something that you die like every few seconds. Um, so it's not like attempts would be racked up super fast.
We should talk about your beginnings and the way that you just kind of like showed up. Because
Sure.
I feel like that's how most people view your initial
Perceive
presence.
me? Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
you just showed up
definitely.
and you beat all this shit. Like,
Oh no, I
is that
started
like a
playing in
normal? Yeah,
I started playing in 2014. So I didn't just like I mean, I guess I did just show up in the sense that, I didn't really have any significant I mean, I had some significant achievements. They were just not really as known, I guess. They weren't exactly groundbreaking, I guess. But for me, they were notable. Um, I think the reason why I'm seen that way is probably because of the insane 144 hertz boost. Like, I'm gonna be straightforward. That is the reason why I got so good.
yeah. I
And I
don't know.
think
I can't
back
relate. I'm not that good.
in I think back in that day, most people were still on 60 hertz, so I was kind of one of the few people with the um the
That was in
hardware,
like 2017, right? That was when a lot of people were still 60,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, 2017, beginning of 2017.
I remember that people thought you were cheating because you didn't have a mic and all
Yeah.
your completions were the same.
Yeah. No, I
This
remember
guy just beat Bausha, Yada, Zafkiel. I mean, you had a mic for Zafkiel, I think.
yeah, I did. The first time I used mic was on the Hell World.
Was that the Robux one?
No, no, no. That was the Hell Dignity.
Yeah, yeah. I remember that one. That
No,
was
the
the
Hell
dumbest
Dignity
fucking.
was post channel deletion.
Oh, I bet you regret that.
The Hell
I bet
World was
a day doesn't go by where you don't think about that. Well,
um
maybe now.
no, no, I mean, I don't think about it a lot, but in when I think about GD, yeah, I definitely regret it. Also because it had all my 60 hertz achievements on there too.
Yeah, I
Honestly,
was
I
gonna
kind of
ask.
regret that more because I had my ultimate phase completion, old cataclysm completion, and my artificial ideology 92%.
I
So
was gonna
that
ask about that. Like,
yeah,
how many of those are just lost completely?
most of them. I think more than half of the records on my stats viewer don't have videos on Pointer Crate.
Because they're just gone.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that they're still on Point of Crate is funny. They didn't remove
Yeah,
them.
they didn't remove them, so that was cool.
They're cool like that.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I mean,
Yeah,
they're all
that
legacy now, though, so it's not like it would matter at this point.
I remember hearing from you. I think it was from Skull, something like that. It was somebody in the friend group sent one of your completions and was like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" And then I checked your channel. This was pre-deletion. I was just scrolling through. I was like, "Who the fuck? Like, what? Is this guy come out of nowhere to beat all this shit?" It was. I found out it was when you beat Yada. That's when I discovered you.
Yeah. No, I
I
think
and dude, yeah.
that was the boost. That was really the boost for my popularity because I think Trusta kind of shouted me out twice. Once in the Yadagarasu Hall of Fame, and then there's this other video that was more like chill, and he just casually mentioned that people should sub to me during the video. But that was yeah, Yada
Well,
was
thank
around the
God you
time
weren't a
my
hacker, because then
yeah.
that would be embarrassing, wouldn't it?
I think is he yeah, Jake, also
That Jake,
known previously as yeah, that
the
Jake,
guy with
Furry
eight
Dash,
different
Bashar,
usernames, yeah,
etc.
yeah. What about him?
I think he was the first one to be kind of suspicious of me with the Yatagarasu thing. I think, I mean, I didn't even prove my legitimacy. I didn't prove it by getting a mic. But
Did you ever
I
stream?
remember it was Noise. It was actually Noise who came to my stream because he was the leader of the list at the time. He came to my stream and I was playing Sonic Wave, and he said to just put a bunch of text in the level and then do some runs on it to make sure I didn't pre-record.
That's so funny. Like that's not even like a thing. New players have no idea.
Yeah, because I think nowadays you could probably just have a micro that you can enable live,
Yeah,
right?
I'm sure there's ways. I know the new Mega Hack replay just got fixed. Like the bot in Mega Hack that got fixed. And I bought it Solar Flare last night to test it, and it broke.
Nice.
So, Absolute, you need to step it up. I'm sure it was me, but yeah. So yeah, let's talk about your history of cheating, and unravel the
Okay.
truth, because I think
All
it's
right.
been far too
Yeah.
long.
Yeah.
I need you to explain in great detail just exactly how you managed to cheat your way
Well,
into Crimson Planet.
basically I went to Best Buy, saw a 144 hertz monitor, and I bought
This is
it.
that's the most 2018 shit I've ever fucking heard in my life. I can't do this. Dude, I can't.
Yeah, I
Oh
feel as if
god.
I'm a G like a I'm one of the older generation
Hmm.
players in this community now.
Well, you are for
I feel kind
sure.
of old.
I think you came right after the generation of like Riot. That's where I feel you belong.
There was Riot, Serve, uh, Sunix and Trusta,
Sunix.
I think were around the same time, right? Sunix and Trusta.
I would say Sunix came, or I would say Trusta came before Sunix.
Okay, so there's Trusta, Sunix, and then me during Sunix's era.
Yeah, but Sunix was just a whole other beast.
Yeah, I remember people would compare us like all the time.
That was a remember the Sprite GS era at the same time because I was bad at the game, and so I
Yeah.
just made Sprite GS to pretend to be good. But like it
Secret
was
way,
also like
secret way.
literally the most obvious joke ever. So
You
like
would just fall out of the level and say, secret way,
yeah, it
secret
got to a
way.
point where I just didn't care anymore. Like I just wouldn't even try to get a run that would stay in the level. I would just fucking I'd just fall out and just be like
It was like
and then
one
I just
frame per
uploaded
second, and it was super bass boosted
it. I
microphone.
could Yeah, I think it's long overdue now. But for people wondering, Sprite GS was recorded on 5 FPS. And the original, I'll just say it, the original pitched down audio, the original audio for the mic was a Logitech C920, and I used something called Clownfish. This is before voice mod. I
Oh
used something called
yeah,
Clownfish and just pitched it down like to like 6.2 or something.
I think I remember that one.
Yeah, it was called Clownfish for Skype, but it worked on Discord. So everyone just used it. Dude, that was so sketchy.
Skype.
The where
My
you got it
gosh.
from. Remember how fucking sketchy that was? Like it was just this program that somebody would send you and then you'd put it on your taskbar. It was so fucking sketch, but it worked.
Yeah.
And it's a good thing they didn't steal my info because that would have not been worth it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, you just had to
it,
give them your credit card information to use it, you know?
Sprite GS is actually Sprite graduated is graduating college in like 2 years. Did you guys know that? That's where
So
he
is
went.
Roblox Kid 777.
That guy died. He died an unfortunate, painful death. Do you remember the video? Do you remember
80X.
well, not well yeah, but there's another one. It was you remember when people would call you washing machine 967?
Yeah, that actually came from there was someone I talked to named GD Fuzzy at the time, or he goes yeah, he goes by
Yeah.
Tom now.
Oh, that
There
guy.
was
I don't think he
Also,
liked me.
there was also Gaming Bro, like BROH. I don't know if anyone remembers that guy,
I don't remember it
but
now.
him and Fuzzy I used to talk to for a time. And well, Tom, I'll just call him Tom now. Tom did like a really stupid exposing video, fake exposing video on me, where he would just switch up my name. He'd say Woosha 696, washing machine 967. The washing machine one really stuck with me though. I think my actually named my channel like after I deleted it and remade it again. I think the name of my channel was Washing Machine 967 for a
I
time.
think it was. Your Steam profile picture for a long time was just a washing machine.
Yeah, my Steam profile picture is actually still a washing machine. It's been that way for
Is it?
7 years.
I would never change it. If it's that long, just keep it up.
Yeah, I am. I'm gonna keep it.
Fucking Discord profile picture is so dumb. I mean,
I
I can't
change it
really
all the
talk
time.
either. Mine's dumb too. But yours is just like top tier dumb.
Yours isn't. Is that an orange?
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna, you know what? I'll put a picture of this on the screen.
I
Yeah.
remember your profile picture used to be, you know those old Geometry Dash pictures with like the ship and the cube?
Yeah. Mine was that. Mine still is, or no, it's not.
And you had a red one. Yeah, your profile picture
Mm-hmm.
was red.
And
That was the
everyone would say
funniest
the
thing.
same thing. Can you
Yep.
guess what? Can you guess what they would say?
More like red. Ha ha ha
Yeah.
ha.
They would always fucking say that. And I never answered it because it's funny. That's kind of the joke. I also just liked the color red. So,
Yeah.
and people, it was just a thing. Like if you never address a joke like that, they'll never stop asking.
That's
So, as
true.
far as I'm concerned, I don't know. What? What do you mean? I don't know what they're talking about. Anyway, dude, I remember making a channel. Do you remember GMD Ron?
And there was also GMD Billy.
No, there was GM fucking Warfare, dude. I need to get him
Just
on.
yeah, yeah. Just because of that one video where the guy falls through the roof. Around,
There
hi
was a
Billy.
YouTube channel I made. It was called oh my god, what was it called? I think it was called GMD Truck. And
You had so
I
many
uploaded a video on
channels.
it. There's a video on it called Washing Machine Fucking Dies. And
Oh
it's the
yes.
most unfunny fucking edit
Wait, that's you?
ever. Dude, I'm gonna have to
That's
find this.
you?
Oh my god, I'm never gonna find this because I typed in GMD truck and the only thing that comes up is GMC truck.
That's your channel though?
GMD truck was me, yeah.
Just look up Wooshi dies.
You guys
I think.
found it? How'd you find it?
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
you
you
typed in
straight up just
Wooshi
look up Wooshi
dies.
dies.
Alright, I'll show you guys the video. But it's actually the most unfunny thing of all time.
Dude, I just noticed your the thumbnail for this stream says 14.
I'll fix it later. I don't even care. It's funny. I'll fix it later.
That's okay.
I'm a one-man army. What do you want from me? I make all the thumbnails and all the overlays. What do you want?
Yeah, make Ice Cave do it. Make Ice Cave fix it.
Yeah, I'll make him do it. So like, check this out. So this is a video I made on GMD Truck. And oh my god, is it not funny? I'm gonna use desktop audio, so you're gonna hear double of Whooshy, so you're gonna have to deal with it, but listen to this. Worse and louder. It's so not funny. Why did I think this was funny?
It's kind of funny. I don't know.
I mean, like,
think
looking back, what the fuck is this?
it's just dumb. That's why it's funny.
Absolutely the best.
I can't watch this. Oh God. 2018 humor. Dude, 2019 humor. Remember Arab funnies?
Yeah, this was when loud equaled funny. That is true. That is true.
Oh, yeah. You guys wouldn't understand.
Blue,
It's not post-ironic yet. Yeah.
Blue, do you want to start with like questions? Because we've
Yeah, I have a
got
couple.
like a
Well,
little under
we
two
have
hours
very
now.
few. There's few. So like we can, kick him out of here. You want to fuck right off, buddy? You want to fuck right off D1KKGD? Get the fuck out of here. Sorry.
I
I like
like how
making
you
fun of
just
people.
I like how you said D1KK and not what it's supposed to be.
Yeah. I didn't even do that on purpose.
You didn't even realize.
That guy's career is done. I mean, I don't know. What do you want me to say? Yeah, but I have a good question for you. So,
So,
obviously, you've tried to top your hardest achievement for a long time. Everybody knows about Crimson
no,
Planet.
Amalgam was
Well,
really the only
intentionally or
time I
not.
tried to.
Hmm.
Well, actually, Zodiac as well, but
Do you
Zodiac I just
think do you think that you will eventually do something harder?
no. Well,
No, not at all.
actually,
That was
well, I
like,
mean,
nah.
assuming
That was-
Corrupted Planet gets finished, I
I was
mean,
gonna
I
ask
said
about
I
that
would do
too.
that, and I prefer to stay, I prefer to keep my word. I've dropped a lot of projects over the years, and a lot of that has just been me not being able to handle, just having really poor stress management skills. Um, yeah, I don't really know what happened after Crimson Planet, where I just barely put any effort into anything. Like, if I didn't beat something really fast, I just stopped playing it. Like, yeah, I have skill, but I am so lazy.
Yeah, hear that?
Um,
Don't throw.
so in terms of topping it, I don't, at least not right now. Right now, I feel really demotivated from playing the game. I'm not really, I haven't been playing it much recently. I still have that methanol fire project I need to finish though. Um, but yeah, the only thing I can see myself, if I get motivated again, aside from Corrupted Planet, I do like Frost Spirit. I've played that a little, it's fun. And I've also gotten some decent progress on Walter White.
I don't know why I'm not surprised.
I also still consider Amalgam my hardest. Like, people are just too wave carried these days. But I don't understand. I guess it's just way more sight readable than Crimson Planet, even though the timings are like objectively harder.
I
But
wouldn't
just because
know.
it's
I mean,
sight readable, just
yeah,
because
I
it's
played
sight
it.
readable, like people, people who are just extremely wave carried will beat it faster than Crimson Planet because you got to learn Crimson Planet a little bit more.
You remember the unnerfed one? I
Unnerfed
remember
Amalgam?
no Crimson Planet. I swear I remember you getting like 54 on a way harder version. I think I'm misremembering that though.
No, no.
You died at Terran on like a really hard version or something. I don't remember.
I don't think so.
I know that you nerfed the ending because you died on it, but
Yeah, the final version I verified was only slightly easier than the one I got 92 on because of the auto ending, and yes, I do regret that. I kind of felt like a cop out. Um, but I mean, it was still considered harder than anything verified at the time, so I am still proud of that. Um,
I
but
feel bad that it
the
didn't get
verified
rated.
version,
Uh,
the verified version is the hardest version that level had been in, aside from the auto ending.
I feel bad because it didn't get rated for so long, and then by the time it got rated, it wasn't even top one anymore.
Yep, took a whole year.
Do you think Rob knew about it, but was just like, eh?
Oh yeah, I'm sure. And there were all these rumors flying around about why it didn't get rated. I remember people were saying Novel Boy told Rob not to rate it, which it's just a bunch of bull. Um, it's kind of funny that like this all the speculation back then, crazy rumors like that would just would just kind of
We got to bring back
circulate.
stupid shit like that.
I remember that was the drama that happened in the community, not what
We got
we
to
have
bring back like
today
get
with
wrecked
like
serve levels of just
I know. Today
the
it's
most
just like
groundbreaking shit. Today it's just actually awful people.
yeah, today it's like pedophilia or like sexual you know,
Like
just
what?
just really bad stuff.
Just like steal a level instead.
Just beat someone in a level race and say a not even offensive comment.
Like just get a copy of Eternus, get like 5%, and then have a bunch of people being like, "Where did you get that? Why do you have this?" That's much better than the latter, I'll tell you that much.
I do miss those. I mean, they were silly, but there was just kind of a charm to it, and maybe that's just my nostalgia bias.
Yeah. What era do you yearn for the most? Like, what would it be your prime? Would it be like 2015 or would it be like 2019? Even though I don't think anyone thinks that's the best period of the game.
Um, Probably back around the time I verified Crimson Planet. Well, no, actually, no. No. Definitely my I think actually I would just want to relive like the day I got 144 hertz. Like that was awesome.
When was that?
Um, I don't know the day, but I know it was January of, wait, no, it wasn't January of 2017. It was a few months into 2017. Um, but I had 92 on artificial ideology and 46 on bloodbath on 60 hertz. So I knew those levels really well.
Back then is insane.
I practiced those levels. And the day I get 144 hertz, that's why you would see me with like 4 or 5 extreme demons beaten in one day, because I practiced them all on 60 hertz and I had good progress on all of them on 60 hertz.
That makes
But
sense.
but when I get the 144 hertz, it's like I know these levels and the timings feel way easier.
You want to know when I got 144? This should put a scope to just how bad I was at the game.
When
I got 144 hertz in June of 2016.
oh dang, you
I
got it
was an
before me.
early bloomer. I was tapped into the method early.
I get the sense that the better you are on 60 hertz, the more of like a bonus you get in skill when you upgrade. Though if
I
you
feel
start
like,
on
yeah,
144 hertz, maybe it's not as easy to just go up from there. You know what I mean?
I feel like it also comes naturally to a degree. I
Yeah,
feel
that's
like I
fair.
was
I
never, uh,
like look at Pop Off or Zoink. They just have so much raw skill.
some people are just better at platformers, I guess,
I
and
think
rhythm,
prime
whatever.
time, I think prime time to be a top player is definitely like high school.
Yeah. And if,
I
dude,
mean, that
if
was
you're a
when I
top
was
player
my
in middle
best too.
school, all the fucking power to you. Like, you're very young if you're doing that. But if you're like, if you're that good being that young, you still have so much ahead of your career
Yeah, you
for
still have so
GD.
much time before
Like,
life
isn't
takes
Popoff like
over.
14?
I think so.
Isn't he a
Either 13 or
freshman in high
14.
school? That's insane.
Yeah.
Like, I can't. That's insane. And he
Yeah,
got
I
95 on
imagine
Tidal Wave.
yeah, I imagine Pop Off is gonna be I'm guessing he might be the yeah, my prediction is that he's going to be the player that kind of outlasts the rest of the current ones just because he's so young.
That actually makes me wonder a lot what the future player base is going to look like. Like, and when players that you would think will never quit will quit, and then new people will usher in.
Pop off is here.
Hey, I think you're right because he's so
Yeah,
young, and there's a
I
lot of people. Yeah, go ahead.
I think for me, I think I probably could have dominated or been one of the dominating few if I didn't get so lazy. I mean, life did catch up to me. Um, but I also just didn't like putting a lot of effort into things. This was also when I had a lot of stuff going on, like mental health wise, around high school.
Yeah.
I think around the time I started going to therapy was around the time I stopped playing as much.
Can we agree on something? Like, I just want to
What's
know how
up?
you feel about it.
Sure.
So, I feel like back then, I'm sure there's people listening who can relate to this directly, but I think a lot of people in GD in our groups, we kind of just used the internet and GD as an escape from reality to a degree. Like, just like school, annoying people in real life, whatever you have going on. Like, at least
Yeah,
people that I hung around,
definitely.
we all just got lost in our computers because of that
Definitely.
reason. And
Yeah.
now, like, we're healed and we're past that. At least I am. And it's fun to look back on. But man, I don't think I'd ever go back to 90% of those time periods just because of what we had going on, like outside.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but dude, that's the whole reason I made a new Discord and a new Steam. Like, dude, I just wanted to get away
Oh,
from people. I
gotcha.
don't get personal that often, but there's a lot of moving pieces to that, and I'm not going to get into it here. But
Yeah. No, I mean, I agree. I think that's still how it is a lot of the time for a lot of people. I know for me, um, I am a child of divorced parents, and
right,
so it was shortly after that happened was when I got into GD and really got into the community and stuff. And I had a really hard time making friends back then because, um, I mean, middle schoolers. So when I got into GD, I was in seventh grade, but middle schoolers are kind of, middle schoolers are just mean in general. But that
yeah,
combined with the impact of all that going on in my own family, um, just like killed my self-esteem and just killed any sense of self-value I had in myself. So that's kind of like where I've been growing in my life. And I know a lot of teenagers struggle with self-esteem. Like that's a natural thing that happens to a lot of people. But um, I had like no friends until my sophomore year of high school in real life. And so the GD community was kind of where I felt like I had, you know, friends, I
it's
guess.
exactly the same for me.
And I kind of enjoyed, at the time of my prime, I would say things like, "Oh, I wish I wasn't so popular," or, um, "No, I'm not that good. Stop calling me the best player," things like that. And in hindsight, actually really did love the attention. Like to be completely transparent, I loved the attention despite
Hmm.
this kind of outward giving off of no, I don't really care for the attention, but I did. I just don't know if I quite realized it at the time. But yeah,
Right. Well, yeah, that's like a whole thing with validation and like that
yeah,
is the
definitely.
reason why a lot of GD people have very enclosed circles and sometimes are hard to reach because they just don't like being bothered, which is like a totally valid thing. If anybody can relate to what I'm talking about, then you understand. And if you don't, then you just don't. That's just something that you have to experience firsthand to understand. And I think
Mm.
Wooshi and I can both understand that. But yeah, no, yeah. I think you hit it right on the head. For
Yeah, I
me,
think
yeah.
back in my old videos, you remember how in my old videos I was just always in a Discord call and it was just chaos. Like
I
I
remember
don't
the
I don't know if anyone remembers that, but it was just chaotic. Like I didn't actually half of the time I didn't even talk in the calls. Everyone was just making funny noises or saying um, memes or things like that.
I remember having to moderate your Crimson Planet chat, and you would stream like you would start streaming into the late night, so then all the Russians would wake
Yeah,
up, and then like
and
if
to
you
be
couldn't fucking
fair,
read anything they're saying.
to be fair, I encouraged a lot of the um,
Yeah.
all of the um, rascal behavior on those streams.
Well, you were also talking to me and Skullo and Sunix
That's
and Bold
true.
Stub.
Yeah, we were, gosh, we were certainly a bunch.
Yeah, we all liked the attention to a degree.
Yeah.
Um,
No, I mean I would be.
but there were definitely people that was like, all right, well, this is I hate moderating this.
I was always made moderator of channels just because I'm popular,
That
and
actually happened to me the other day.
I never used my moderator. I never actually would time out people. I mean, I did maybe once or twice when someone was super disruptive, but I never hung out in other people's streams for more than an hour to actually use my moderator
Yeah.
role.
You know what's so funny about that? That
What?
happened to me like a week ago. I've said this before, but sometimes when I get bored, I like to go to random GD streams on YouTube. And I went to this one stream that I've never been to, and I was already a mod. I was like, what? Why?
Well,
That's the only time I've ever seen that happen to me. Um, I'm sure if I was Zoink or something, he's probably a mod in fucking every YouTube channel there is for GD.
probably, yeah.
Because the kids are like, oh, I can add moderators, so they just add a bunch. I did it. No shame. I did it too. But that's a funny thing. I remember the days from where I first met people like Riot, and I was young and impressionable enough to where it kind
Hmm.
of intimidated me, like their presence. And
I mean, yeah, you
I'm
kind of
glad
idolize these people.
yeah, I mean everyone did when they were young enough or impressionable
Yeah.
enough.
No,
Probably
me
you
too.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think being in the friend group that we were both in really helped me see them as just people,
Yeah, especially Sonics, I'm sure.
especially Sunix and,
Gosh,
you
yeah.
know, Riot too and all those people. Etzer, we used to play PUBG together. I don't think you were there,
Oh no,
but
no.
we used to talk to Etzer all the time.
Yeah, no,
Oh, dude,
I never
he
talked to
terrible what he did, but fuck, I miss him. He was so funny. But yeah, I'm sure people listening to this are as intimidated by people that have, you know, a high following in the community like I once did and you once did.
I tried to
But
be
yeah.
someone that everyone could message. I did
Yeah,
my best.
I can't blame people for feeling intimidated by people with a large following or a large presence. Um
Yeah.
but if I were to give advice, if there is any to give here, I would say just try to just view them as people, and they people will like that a lot more than just glazing.
Yeah, 100%.
Like,
Yeah.
not to get that, not to have that go the wrong way, not to say like you can't like be a fan of somebody, but like if you are just trying to talk to them, like just talk to them. It's fine.
Yeah, just probably best not to fanboy someone to their face.
I mean, it happens. Everyone, like most people in GD who that happens to, like they get it a lot and they
Yeah, I
understand. Like they're
mean,
not
I
mean
think
about
I
it.
yeah, I think I took it well. But I also don't really like to view myself as higher than, I don't
Yeah,
like to view myself as higher than anyone else because I'm really on the same level as everyone else in terms of like my value as a human being, not skill. There's so many people better than me now.
yeah.
But
I don't think having notable achievements in games and being well known gives you any extra authority over anybody else. Like you're just good at the game and you just have people who know about you.
when is Grayson coming on the book? Someone said.
So someone had a joke about that on Joe Rogan's podcast. They were like, "When is Epstein coming on?" Oh yeah, he's in Brazil right now. Actually, Crazen's also in Brazil. It's fun fact. He's
Really?
he's
Or are you just
dancing
saying
around down there. No, I'm kidding, but
that?
I think he's in. Not to
All
fucking
right,
dox him,
bud.
even though he's already been doxed, but I think he's in Pennsylvania, something like that. Philadelphia. I don't know. Anyway. No, yeah, Crazen. Yeah, I'll think about that totally. you know, that actually is funny. It reminds me of something. You want to know someone? There's people who I've wanted to have on the podcast in the past who then do something terrible. And then I'm like, fuck. Like, okay, I'll give you one example. And my opinion could totally change in the future, but I did eventually wanted to see if Vibrant ever wanted to come on. And I don't think he ever would have, but I really don't think he would now, considering all that shit that happened
Oh yeah, I remember
in
you
December.
guys were talking on. I think it was the Paco podcast.
I, we've mentioned it on various episodes before, but that's an
Gotcha.
example of somebody that I really wanted to have on, and then something like that comes to light, and it's like,
Yeah.
why? Like now, I just don't even want to give you a platform. I know it's Viprin for this example, so it doesn't. That just doesn't matter. Like he has 300K or whatever, but
Yeah.
it's like, come
No,
on,
he's
man.
alright.
Why you gotta blackmail people and do all that alleged stuff?
Hmm.
But yeah. Um, Back to
All
what
right.
Wooshi was saying, the fucking drama.
Bubba eggs. I'm gonna have to ask you to stop, sir. Spamming the question marks.
I I I can't give you concrete evidence on whether or not Viprin
All
was
right.
proved innocent. There's a lot of things. I'm not going to say anything is my definitive truth, but what I will say about that situation is that from what I have gathered and from what I have seen on both sides, it seems that Viprin is not the most perfect person, and I think he does have guilt to a degree. I do think he is guilty to a degree, but I also don't think he is evil.
Yeah. I
That's
also
just how
don't
I
think
feel.
it's up to I also don't think it's up to the Geometry Dash community at large to play judge and jury, you know? Um,
That's a whole internet issue too.
yeah,
This shit is
and
dangerous.
yeah, and I'm not saying like to just let it go without saying anything, but I think some people try to take the situation into their own hands and can cause more damage that way.
Yeah, there's just a lot of shit in that situation that involved so many different people to where it started becoming a problem that was bigger than Viprin. Like then it was getting into the mods doing some questionable shit. Then it was accusations of people like Pause going in private servers to collect info and leverage data, or on whatever he wanted that
I
related to whatever.
admittedly, I admittedly, I'm not too familiar with all of these aspects just because I don't have Twitter
Yeah,
anymore. Um,
I was reading a lot of stuff that day.
hmm,
Yeah, I mean, not to like keep going on that, but I do think that it did really spiral when that those initial tweets came out and then more came out.
yeah,
I feel like
definitely.
the reason more of those came out was because somebody made the first one. I
Yeah.
genuinely think it wasn't the I'm genuinely convinced that the intention wasn't to dogpile Viprin, but was coming from a sense of conformity.
Yeah,
That's what I think, because people
I
might.
think,
It's like the Me Too. You know what I'm fucking talking about.
yeah, I wouldn't exactly put them on the
I
same level
wouldn't.
though, but yeah,
They're not relatable, but
I
kind
think
of
it's a
the
decent
idea.
analogy.
Yeah, I don't know. GD drama is fucking awful nowadays.
Yeah, I do miss the more casual drama.
Another thing about that, we were all young too back then,
Yeah,
so it does make more sense that there was like just stupid drama, like funny drama,
yeah.
because we were all kids.
And I think a lot of the time it was really no harm, no foul. It was just people bickering for the sake of bickering. Although in some cases it escalated to unnecessary heights, but I think oftentimes it was just a lot of bickering.
Wasn't the first big one male Veronica? That was the first one, right?
Ooh, yes. Ah, I forgot about um him.
We don't talk about that guy.
Yeah.
That dude was weird.
hmm Yeah.
All right, I gotta address something, guys. Just because it's called the Dasher podcast doesn't mean I can't talk about something not related to GD. So fucking stop saying that, please. Like it's a podcast that has GD people in it. We can go off topic, deal with it. Anyway,
So what do you think about tidal wave?
I love it's okay. What do you think about it?
I mean, I don't. It's definitely like messy in some parts, but I think it has a charm to it.
Yeah, I agree. The more I look at it though, the more I think that it is like worse than I initially gave it, but yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
it's at the very least rate only worthy,
yeah, it's
and
not
I will die
horrible.
on that hill. Have you played it?
Um, a little bit. I mean, I did the last part and that's it.
It's fucking
Took me like
hard. It's
took me like
so
an hour and a
hard.
half to do the last part
Dude, it's
alone.
fucking
88 to
impossible.
100. Yeah.
I don't know how the fuck the gameplay, in my opinion, I'm not really a good player, but the gameplay is really fun. Like
Yeah,
it's
it's
very
fun. No,
hard,
it's
but it's
definitely fun.
very well made, I think. Um,
hmm
so props to Oni Link and Zoink for managing that. Like it's hard as hell, but it's fun. Um,
Hmm.
what was that laugh? What laugh? I'm gonna gaslight everybody in the chat. That's what I think. You know what I think? What is tidal wave? What is that? Is that a level? Or is that just like a
Uh-oh, he's back. No, I genuinely think that Bubba is a bot because
they
it's
did
the
this in
same
another stream. I think they're
messages.
just
All
like
right.
just trolling.
Yeah. It's a 24-hour timeout for you.
Oh my god, 86,000 second timeout. You know what's actually really cool about tidal wave as well? We were on the air when it got rated.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I
That's
I
cool.
haven't uploaded the clip yet because I've been fucking lazy. There haven't been any clips for like 2 weeks, and that's my fault because I haven't made any
Well,
because
hey,
I just don't feel
you're
like sitting
I
down and
think
doing
you're
it.
doing the most work here.
I mean,
Your employees are slacking, sir.
A little bit, but yeah, I just haven't felt like it, and I don't feel like hiring somebody to do it. So
Gotcha.
I got too much shit going on. But yeah, it got rated on stream. We were doing the episode with N level, and we were right about to end, and then people were spamming tidal wave got rated, and like that was
Oh
a whole
yeah.
thing. That was funny. I remember, if I remember right, my reaction was something like, "See, it's not that bad. See, it's
Yeah.
you'll live." Something like
I mean,
that.
I knew it was gonna get rated at some point. Um,
Yeah,
it's almost like I think the last top one, prospective top one to never get rated was Wacropolix, and then after that, well, no, I might be
I'd have to
missing
think.
some actually, but
There's
Wacropolix is
actually
the
quite a
most
lot.
notable example, I think. Yeah, there
Death
actually
Corridor
is.
Z is another one.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I remember that. Fucking Sonic's beat that out of nowhere, and he's like, "All right, moving on to the next level."
Yeah. I remember I was
Oh, he's so
practicing
funny.
Noctifly's version a bit.
A Diabolic Club Step is another one, like,
Oh
debatably.
yes, man.
That one, it got
It's true.
verified, I think it was like September
Oh, okay,
2021.
there's actually okay, my mistake. There's a lot of top prospective top ones that just did not get rated.
And yeah, Recropolis is another one. Crimson Planet is another one.
I mean,
Oblivion,
it
I
got
think, is another
rated.
one too. Well,
I'm talking about
I
like,
mean levels that would have been top one if rated when they came out.
yeah, that's true. You know,
Yeah.
Lucid Nightmares was actually like in hindsight top one
Yeah, yeah, that
when
one
it
too.
came
I
out.
was actually
I that just that's
mm.
just mind blowing to me because that level did not feel hard to me at all.
Angelic Blood is another one too.
Mm.
You
Yeah, I did
actually
that one
beat that
recently.
unless you think it's easier than Bloodbath.
It might be. I'm not sure.
That was a
I mean,
debatable
it's
one.
kind of hard. It's kind of hard to compare levels that are, that easy to me. And that's kind of how I feel that, that's kind of how I think top players perceive Crimson Planet and Amalgam. They're just
Yeah.
so good that it's hard to compare those two. So, but
I also
for
want to
me,
say
because they're at the top of my limit,
mhm.
I can, you know, Amalgam clearly feels more difficult to me.
Another one. Look, another something I want to say about Diabolic is there's only so much I can do, but I tried to get it rated. I tried. The mods just didn't like it at all. And
Yeah,
I'm not gonna like point fingers or anything. Um, but it just would not pass the system at all. I tried multiple times.
that's a shame.
And so yeah, I mean, I can't do anything about it, but whatever, man. I mean, and
It's
now it
really a
doesn't matter.
shame,
So
like,
now would be a
yeah.
funny time to rate it because now it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, I mean,
Now it
that's
would just
always
be a
how it
top
happens.
30. Yep, always. I'm pretty sure another one was SWI in hindsight, right? Because that got swapped over Tartarus or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's funny. I wonder if that's a byproduct of just being wave carried. I wonder. Probably. Yeah, yeah. I'm actually waiting on you to come out of nowhere again and just beat like SWI, Cock Mock, maybe AOD.
Nah, I'm chilling.
I
I'm
can actually
chilling,
hear
not.
Sonic's editing the video. Oh, I need to get Sonic's on here.
Nexus. I will be first victor, Sonix. Hold my taco.
Have you ever talked to Nexus?
No.
Oh my god.
Have you?
I used to be in a friend group with him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was funny as hell. This was like 2017. This was like later in the year. It was with people like Moosh, ASU Lightning,
Oh,
um,
moosh.
I think Fitch
Oh,
Fast, I think.
I recognize like all
Those
these names.
people. Yeah, they were in a friend group called Boy. Somebody knows. Somebody in the chat knows. That's
I
amazing. Somebody knows.
think I
Yeah.
recognize you too, Devious,
Nexus
if
was
that's
in
how you
there, I
pronounce your name.
think. Even if he wasn't in there, he was in the group chats that they would make, and I was in
Gosh.
them too. And he was funny. I don't want to like smear him because I'm not an asshole, so I won't show any of the shit that he said in that group. But oh my god, if
Dude,
you know,
Wargak. Oh
if
my
you
gosh.
know, you know, he. Oh my god. Oh, he would get unmodded so fast. Well, no, he wouldn't, but yeah. Oh, if only people knew. Dude, and then there's fucking Skullo on like the other side of that coin who would just like say the N word.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember Secret Box?
Yeah.
Oh, I hope he is already employed. I hope his employer doesn't go through his YouTube videos and goes,
Scalo?
yeah, they,
Isn't his
they don't
channel
do that. I'm
gone?
kidding, but no, I
Yeah,
think
isn't
it's
his
still,
channel
unless he removed
gone?
it again. I can double check. I'm pretty sure he put all his videos back up. Yeah, they're all back. Look,
Do
Skullo
you,
has,
Blue,
yeah,
well, after you finish what you're saying, do you want to keep going down your list of questions?
yeah, sure.
I'm going on a bit of
I'm
a
dr-
tangent
I'm
here.
I'm dragging it out a little because there's little questions and we have a little bit of time. So,
Well, I mean, we can talk about other stuff after if we go through all of them, you know?
oh, is
I mean,
that
it's
was
fine.
that what you wanted to do? We can do that.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I just
you,
think we've gone on a bit of a tangent with,
I think, I think when you got 144, you already answered this pretty well, but I'm guessing that when you got 144, that was the moment where you just wanted to be a fucking top player. Just then and there, you're like, I know what I want to do. Or did you
before
always
that.
have goals of
Before that.
wanting to be a top player?
Before that.
Way before? Like how
Um,
long before?
uh, I think since I beat Theory of Skrillex, actually,
I love that
um,
level. That's an amazing level.
I beat that in like 8th grade. I think it was my fourth demon, and it was still considered. I remember Creepy Dash. Remember Creepy Dash?
Mhm.
People would call that an insane demon at the time, and it was my fourth demon, and it took me like about 2 days or so. And I felt really good about beating it. And I thought, at the time, I thought that, yeah, I could definitely work towards being one of the best. I mean, if if I had joined and the list was where it is now, I probably wouldn't, I
Yeah.
probably would not feel that kind of motivation because
I know that
today's
everyone
levels are
says this.
impossible. But
I
back
know
then,
everyone, yeah,
Cataclysm was
yeah.
top one, and I got 20 something on it in about like a few hours. I could
Shit was more
play,
accessible.
well, Tidal Wave I could probably get, I mean, because the beginning's not super hard, but something like Avernus, I could not get 20
Fuck that level.
until like, it would probably take me a while just to get 20, like
Literally
days
fuck
or
that level.
a week or two.
Yeah.
But people will say that the difficulty is just relative. Like like today's like the perception of Cataclysm back then is equivalent to today's perception of Avernus. But I 100% disagree because back then
I think
Cataclysm,
people sucked back then too.
when I had like 4 or 5 demons, felt like something I could do with enough practice. But
Yeah, the
now,
beginning was also so easy.
well, no, but like I played through the whole level and practice and stuff, and I was learning the
Yeah,
parts, and it actually felt accessible. I mean, I got
right. Yeah.
74 on it back in 1.9. Um,
That's insane,
but
actually.
wait, was it 1.9 or early? It may have been early 2.0 actually. But it was on the old version before Riot updated it. But
Oh, that might have been 1.9, I think.
but uh like it actually felt accessible to a relatively new player like me. But now I've been playing I've had this game for almost 10 years, and playing Tidal Wave, I just can't see myself ever doing
Yeah. And could you imagine if tidal wave was shorter? It would be even fucking harder.
that. Like if
And
the
that is
difficulty was
actually,
just compressed.
yeah. I was gonna say something about the list, and
Sure.
it could very well just be a form of misunderstanding or bias because we are both old heads. But I think that for players trying to get into the hard levels in the list in the list is just too fucking hard.
Yeah. No, it's
Like
too hard for me at this
it's just
point.
too hard. I don't know. I call me a yapper, and you're probably right. But like, if your hardest is Cataclysm, and you're trying to jump into the extended list, like that's hard as fuck, dude. It's still
Cataclysm
so
is
hard.
still objectively an impressive achievement.
I would say so. Yeah.
Like in the realm of video games, beating Cataclysm is still just an extremely impressive achievement in my opinion. Even though it's viewed as easy nowadays by a lot of um, regular players, still I think it's just having gone as far as to beat Cataclysm is still impressive.
Right. Made a point. He made a lot of points. You'll have to tell me which one in specific.
True.
He had a flaming hot take about that.
Oh
But
yeah, like he said to compress it to like top 10 or something.
yeah, well, Riot's mindset is more about, I think, the initial structure. I think he is very built around the initial intent more than what it got melded
Yeah.
into. I just think he
Yeah,
cares
when they
way
had
less
him
for
list
just stat
points.
grinding, and
Yeah.
he cares more about pure like breakthrough of progression. I feel like I'm not gonna like put words in his mouth, but from from what I've heard him directly say before, I feel like that's probably where he leans. Um, Now, if it were me, I would definitely get rid of some of the list. I feel like maybe a top 50 would do well. And I am not a fucking list grinder. I'm not on the list. I've never worked for the list, so I know list people are gonna fume hearing that. But I feel like if I had the choice, like I would probably do that. And again,
Yeah.
I'm wrong a lot. So
I think
it's, you know,
I think top 150 is such a strange number. I think top 100 was probably the most it should have extended. But
is it 150 now?
I still like the original top 50 structure, and
Yeah.
my favorite version of the list wasn't forums, it was right after they initially moved to the website. I still have some old screenshots of when Erebus was number one,
Oh,
like
like of when Point of Creep
that
first came
format.
out.
Yeah, like when they had all the levels on the left side of the
Yeah,
screen.
and it was blue.
Yeah, that's how the all-rated Extreme Demons list looks like right now.
Oh,
That
that's
structure.
cool.
I liked that structure a lot better.
Yeah. According to the way that's funny. I put their wiki descriptions in the description just for reach purposes, but yeah, I guess it's outdated. And yeah, I'll credit them. I'll stop fucking just ripping it because I kind of feel bad, but I assume that everyone knows that that's where
Yeah,
it's
the
from.
Wikipedia description.
Anyway, um,
Yeah, the ultimate phase was still on the list. Yeah, it was on the list when I beat it on 60 hertz.
isn't that funny to think
Um,
about? The ultimate phase was top like 5 at one point.
yeah.
I made a video. I never finished it, but I was working on a video a couple years ago. This was all right. So to give like a backstory, this is when my channel was dead. This was before the documentaries. This is when I was making like showcases and getting like 800 views. Okay, we're talking bottom of the barrel. Like I was in a rut, and I was gonna make a video about the top 50 in on like January 1st, 2016 or something, or like in like 2015. And we got the list of all the levels, and it's a lot of really cool old shit. And we bought it like I would say like 35 levels, and then I just never finished it. And I still think that would be very cool to see. I might do it on my second channel again, since like the replays got fixed. So I guess if people want to see that, like what the Demons List looked like in 2015, then I will do it. But uh, yeah,
Yeah,
I was
it
gonna
would
do
be
it,
a
but I just never
good
finished it.
revisit.
It had shit like Karumi City on it,
Oh
Heartbeat,
my gosh.
Bloodbath, Cataclysm, ICDX. I think it even had Alphabet X on it.
Wow.
I'm trying to remember all the fucking levels.
I remember when Necropolis was on the top
That was
50.
on it too, yeah. That was top 10
Yeah.
when it came out.
That was
And
still on the
granted it was
forums
hacked,
list.
but
I remember I beat that on my iPad.
yep,
I beat
Galactic Fragility
Necropolis
was
on my
there.
iPad. I
You
could
beat
not
no, you
dream to
wait.
beat
You beat
anything.
Necropolis on your iPad?
Yes.
What the fuck? That's okay.
I could not dream. And mind you, this was for some reason my iPad, GD on the phone versus GD on those older iPads. The older iPads have such a terrible response delay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could not imagine beating anything on the top 150 nowadays on an iPad, let alone my phone, let alone 60 hertz. Well, 60 hertz maybe now with the 2.2 changes, but no, like definitely not on mobile, anything on this list.
Does Biprex still play? Do you know who that is?
Who?
He's like the best mobile player. He beat
Say that
Erebus on
again?
mobile.
Oh, Biprex.
Yeah, Biprex. I think he beat Erebus. Correct me if I'm wrong. Pretty sure.
I don't remember.
There's a mobile list. Let's check it out.
Yeah, there's
Let's check the high
also
refresh rate.
there's also a low refresh
Oh
rate
my god.
list.
All right. I'm amazed. Somebody beat Aerial Gleam on phone,
Oh yeah.
Bloodlust on phone, and Crimson Planet.
Wait,
Crimson Planet has two
huh?
mobile victors.
But are they
Yeah,
60 hertz mobile?
they're 120. This is the high refresh rate
Oh,
list.
okay.
That's still impressive.
Because I was gonna say I thought Seawolf Mike's was the first, but yeah, Seawolf Mike's is gonna be the first, assuming he's still going for it. Yeah, Seawolf Mike's is on 60 hertz mobile, and he's nearly beaten Crimson Planet,
Oh, I
which is
see.
just
Yeah.
insane.
I remember Black MG was going for it too. He got
Yeah, I
2200
remember
on
that too.
60.
Yeah.
Dude, 60 hertz has just reached a point to where if you want to beat hard levels with it, like you literally just have to upgrade
Yeah, or just stick with the
or
low
just
refresh rate
bypass.
list.
Yeah. I like that you can bypass. Yeah. By the way, Wooshi, did you know that somebody has beaten Koareta on their phone?
That's crazy.
You remember when Koa came out?
Yeah,
Oh,
that was the end
that
of
was the time.
2018. I remember all the
Yep.
drama going around
Yeah, remember how
about it
people
being
whined
rated.
about it and then it got unrated?
Yeah,
I can't fucking believe that.
and
Anyone
I
who
was
contributed to that, fuck you.
I was friends with, well, Gab Lore now, but
Hmm.
Shuri at the time. Um, when that whole fiasco happened, and gosh, yeah, that was a mess. Shuri Gablor. did not deserve that.
I do remember when Dashy was Dash Y Dashy considered the best player. Yeah, that was a time. That's yeah, I don't know. I've never seen an extreme do that before. I've never seen an extreme demon come out that was so fucking hated by just yappers. It's probably a minority, let's
That
be
Rob just
honest.
unrated it.
That Rob unrated it, yeah. I'm sure there's something I'm missing. I have heard rumors about Shuri like threatening suicide when it got unrated to get it re-rated, but I'm not gonna like assume that that's true due to like just how insane
And
that is. But
I mean, I don't know. We were all younger, and
mhm.
there's a lot of mental health stuff just going on.
Yeah, like
There was
I'm
just a
not
lot of
gonna
like
assume
mental health
anything
stuff
about
going on
Shuri because
back
I
then.
I respect them.
Yeah, yeah. But
Mhm.
like, yeah, I don't know if that's true either. It's like too far in the past for me to remember.
Yeah, I don't remember
Um,
either.
but
The only thing I
I
was able to
think we've
find
all done some
recently,
crazy things on the internet. I mean, not like not like the stuff you see today, but questionable things.
yeah, like dude, if you showed a Spanish kid some of the group chats that Nexus was in, woo, dude,
You're
he would
throwing
actually
Nexus
he
under
would
the
turn into
bus
that
here,
gif
man.
of Syndrome ripping the poster off the wall. Okay, well maybe not, but could you imagine the fucking the never meet
Yeah,
your heroes thing?
yeah.
You can't count on anyone. Yeah, I mean, you know what? I kind of want to go off topic for a second just
Sure.
to see if you have an
Just a
answer.
second.
Do you have an experience with that, with meeting somebody you looked up to and just being like, damn, he's kind of a dick? Have you ever dealt with
Hmm.
that?
I'd have to think about that. That's I have
This is related to GD, guys. Shut up.
not necessarily, I wouldn't say necessarily in GD.
Okay.
Um, I would say I would say that there have been some people that I've had like, friend crushes on. Like I really want to be friends with them. And I start
Hmm.
talking to them more. And during that kind of friend crush period, you kind of subconsciously idolize them a little bit.
Are you talking about in
And
like school and stuff,
I
or
mean
just
anywhere.
like
Not
okay?
not necessarily the internet, like in
Hmm.
real life. Um, I have had experiences, yeah, where I kind of friend crush or idolize people a little bit, and then I start talking to them, and I'm kind of disappointed. And that's also kind of on me for putting them on that pedestal a bit. So that is partly me. But I remember I would meet, and I guess I'll give a specific example without naming anyone. But just thinking that someone is so kind and so nice, and then it turns out they're really, that's what you would call fake. They're just vicious behind people's backs.
Yeah, I can name a lot of people from GD that I won't name. I can name a lot of fucking people.
And I mean, I guess we're all somewhat guilty of gossiping from time to time. Not that I would say it's okay. I try not to, but I'm not gonna lie and say that I never do, because I think everyone does at least a little bit.
Yeah, I mean it. Another like to be a contrarian. It's also not that bad in communities, like with people that like top people. It's never that bad,
What's
but
not
there
that bad?
are like not everyone is like that. I mean, like yeah, some of them are dicks, but it's never that bad. Just like to be a contrarian to your point, which
Oh
you are
yeah.
right about.
No, I'm not even talking about anyone in this community,
Yeah,
honestly.
anywhere it would still be right. Like, I don't think it's ever that bad. Like, yeah, I know you and I could both like just name GD people, but we're not stupid, so we're not
Mm,
gonna do that.
no, I can't actually, except the obvious ones.
Hmm.
The ones everyone knows about.
Yeah, I mean, I can name a decent handful just because of my own personal experience with people
I
and
mean, obviously,
people
like,
wronging the hell out of me all the time. Not, I'm not even trying to sound like you need to feel bad. Don't. Like, it's all on me. But like, it is just unfortunate.
yeah, I mean, heck, I'll just name. I mean, everyone knows, Guitar Hero Styles, the whole situation with Guitar
Oh
Hero
yeah,
Styles,
that's a
and
very good example.
I, he was one of the first GD YouTubers I watched. And I just never thought he'd be capable of the things that came out about him. Um, so it's not. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can't really name anyone besides the obvious ones. And I also just try to give people the benefit of the doubt most of the time.
Yeah,
I don't really like to assume that people have bad intentions. And maybe that's a little naive of me.
I guess it just depends, really.
Yeah.
Like, if you have friends of friends that like give you very like reputable information about somebody where you tread lightly, but that has also fooled people in the past. So, again, I guess the TLDR there is just don't be married to any anything as concrete unless it is like literally impossible to prove otherwise. But again, tying back to that thing that you said way earlier in the podcast, like people
Oh, what?
assume so much about everything that
Oh,
anyone does.
when I talked
Just
about the Novel Boy rumors?
yeah, like that was like a pure that was a just I thought a good example of it. Um
Yeah.
People
And
assume
these things
so
spread like
much.
wildfire, even though there's no evidence.
And it's honestly scary. Like
Yeah,
depending on what it is, especially like that's terrifying.
and I think I was kind of guilty of just gullibly believing some of these as well, at the time.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think the war on misinformation will literally ever end.
No,
Especially in
definitely
today's
not.
world with like AI and
AI.
bots and dead internet theory and Twitter and the way the internet has always started leaning towards. Like there are big YouTubers who have just quit because they don't like and just gotten a real job, like just a 9 to 5 because they don't like where the internet is going. And that's not to say quit the internet. That's just a really good example of people being a bit lenient on the current state of the internet. And
Ugh,
that's just going to be a thing that
yeah.
happens. There's always going to be people like that. There's always going to be somebody that immediately thinks something terrible of you and that will not look back. There's always going to be people who label you as something, and
Yeah.
I say fuck them.
I think
Can't let
it's
can't let that bother you.
I think it's also just, I mean, it's easier to kind of let loose your dark side on the internet just because there's no immediate consequences to being, respectfully an
Yeah,
a-hole. If you say something, you can say something really just toxic on the internet, and the worst you'll get is people, people replying to you and just words, really, just comments. But you say it to someone in real life, they'll you could get punched in the face. So
yeah.
there's just
That
no
that's
immediate
that's like a
consequence.
classic like hiding behind the screen thing that
Yeah.
like your dad has probably said. Mine has. I mean, it's very
Oh,
easy to just hide behind shit. And like,
yeah, it is.
look, a harmless aspect of that, trolling is fun sometimes. Like if you're
As long as
honestly
it's not.
not doing harm, if you are just having a laugh and there's no consequence on either side, like trolling is fun.
Yeah. I mean, as long as you're not. I mean, I don't have a huge problem with it as long as it's not like overly
Just know
personal.
your limits, pretty much. Like if you're gonna do that, just know your
Yeah.
limits. Yeah. Um,
Yeah,
there are very
I
bad
doubt C
offenders.
would.
Oh, that's what you guys think. Oh no, I've said too much. No, I'm kidding.
Hello, it's me, C. No, I'm kidding. That's terrible.
I do have things I would ask him because you know how he used to get things wrong a decent bit and then it would become a misconception,
What a
like
terrible
stuff on G
journalist.
News
No, I'm
or
kidding.
you know, like just minor stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I would want to talk to him about that and ask him if there's any like what is the biggest thing that had the biggest ripple effect from accidentally saying something wrong that became like is there anything he said that in turn became one of the biggest misconceptions in the community for the time? Because
I
that's
remember,
just a genuine question I have.
yeah, that's fair. I
And
remember my subscriber base, like in 2017 or 2018, were just like dogpiling on him because he wanted him to make a Legend series for me so badly.
oh, and
Do you
your
remember
subs just
that?
like blindly would just like spam on his videos like Legend series Wooshi Legend, come on, I'm
Yeah,
waiting.
yeah. I
Do I
remember
think I
that
could get him on
became
the
kind of a
podcast?
bit for him
I
too.
actually I think I could maybe. I mean, I could go ask him right now. But I am
Axe
saving
for
that
now.
for a
Oh my
very
gosh.
special time. There are certain people I'm saving for occurrences.
Crypts
Yeah.
and planets.
You know, my dad actually had a really good idea for the podcast when I was talking about it with him the other day. So, you know
Oh
how
wow, you
radio
actually talk to
shows,
your parents about this stuff? That's
yeah, they
nice.
my mom, I actually got
No, I'm
my
not
mom to
judging you. I mean,
subscribe to
it's
it.
good.
We were at the gym and I, I got my mom to subscribe to the channel. So she probably got a notification.
Nice.
I hope she's watching. Hi mom, if you're watching.
Hi, mom. I
I
believe.
I told her why she should make a YouTube account that's called like Blues Mom so I can mod her.
Illusion man.
No, but my dad had a really good idea.
Oh, what
You
is
know
it?
how radio shows will phone in like a guest for like a special question
Like a few
like that
minutes
they would
or
have?
something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And he said like you should start doing that. I'm like, "Damn, that's a really good idea actually."
it is.
And so I think if I eventually make a Dasher podcast in Discord, I think I will actually do that. That's like a that's I actually really like that idea
Yeah, it
because
is a
there's
cool
always
idea.
really good questions that I don't think of or Nico or Finn don't think of when
Hmm.
these are
Yeah,
being made. And that would just be a cool opportunity, I feel like.
phone a friend. Yeah.
Yeah, phone a friend. GD version of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. It's just all GD questions. Okay, what if RobTop coincided with a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire GD edition, but if you won, you got like a million orbs. And all the questions are like very well researched GD questions that like
You
only the
mean a
biggest of
million
nerds would know.
Robux?
Yeah, yeah. What GD completion in 2018 got Robux?
176 Robux. Two people got 176.
Wooshi the Hell Dignity final answer. Oh,
Who's the
that
second
is
player?
correct. No, they would whip out the hardest fucking questions. Which extreme demon was so hated by RobTop that he deleted it from the server? Uh, uh. So Coop in Hell, final answer. That is correct. Stuff like that.
And I remember what was his name? There was a guy who hacked Sakup in Hell. I think his name was Legend or something like that.
Yeah, his name was L Legend. I'm
So, yeah,
eating a
something like
protein
that.
bar right now. I'm being gluttonous. But
Who
yeah,
scammed people
L,
out of
that was
five
his
thousand
name. His
dollars
name
in
was L
TF2?
Legend. Yeah, who
Uh,
scammed people out of $5,000 in TF2? Was it 5,000? I thought it was like 1,000, but still bad. Etzer,
um,
final answer.
clearly Zoink.
Do you remember when the one made that video?
Hmm.
Do you remember when the one made that video on Etzer? Remember the video Etzer is not what he seems?
Oh, yes.
Dude, the fact that he had the balls to go into one of his live streams and just ask him that, and the fact that Etzer like didn't ignore it is insane. Like, dude, he froze up so hard. Do you remember that? He was streaming PUBG, and the one showed up to his chat and was like, why are you scamming people on TF2?" And he's
Oh,
like,
I
"What?"
wasn't there for
Well, no,
when
it was in
he
the
showed up on the
video.
stream, but I do
It was
remember
in the
that
video,
video.
yeah. That was holy shit. That was a very well made video. It's a shame that it's gone now. Like there's definitely re-uploads, but the original's gone
Yeah.
because the one deleted his channel.
I remember, well, this is unrelated, but just on the topic of old videos that got deleted that I wish weren't gone. Crazen made this one video once, I remember, where it was
Cruisen's channel is back. It probably
it was
exists.
it was like a race between it was a video about me and Exon racing on Crimson Planet. do
Wait, you
you
and Exon?
do you remember that video? It was really stupid.
I think so.
He just looked up crazy Russian guy on Google and took the first image and made that his webcam.
Oh, I bet Exon loved Crazen. I bet they got along real well.
Is that sarcastic?
Yeah, I'm sure they fucking hated each other. It was not hard to get on his bad side. Crazen's specifically. Not hard, by the way. He was a fucking sociopath.
Hmm.
I don't know if you had any experience with that, or if he
No,
just like
not really.
existed for you.
He just kind of existed for me. I mean, I think the most we ever talked was just about like dumb jokes and memes, and also the the lol what impression I used to do. He loved that.
Can we hear it?
The lol what impression?
Yeah, let's hear
Okay.
it.
I don't know if this is. I think this was how it sounded.
He is deeper than that.
He is. Oh my gosh.
I think I don't know.
Like this.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah.
It's been years. It's been years since I've done that.
You have any other impressions?
Not any I particularly want to do.
What would they have been?
Honestly, I forget like 90% of the impressions I can do until I'm reminded by some kind of stimulus. Oh, the C impression. Oh my gosh, it's so bad, but all right. Oh my gosh. Um,
I'm waiting.
uh, Hello, and welcome to Five Nights at Freddy's. Something like that.
uh,
Blue, did you ever see that dumb video I made like 4 years
I saw it when I
ago
was looking at your channel earlier when I was
of
getting
night one at
questions.
C's?
I'm guessing you just did that in it.
Yeah, no, well, yeah, but it's because I
Oh my
met.
god.
Oh, I never mentioned this. My first year of college, where I lived in the dorms, one of my subscribers lived in the same housing community, and I joined some Discord for, there was like a Discord for people who lived in the housing community in the dorm.
Yeah.
Um, and he recognized me. We met up and just went to the dining hall, whatever. We started talking. He started talking about C, and
Let me
that's when I
guess.
got the brilliant idea to do that video. So that was him. That was him in the room with me when we did that video. That's the one like wheezing in the background.
I could not do that. I could not do a C impression, so you have me beat.
I
I'm
mean,
fixing the
I
thumbnail right
watched
now too.
C's videos after that, and I realized my impression's pretty bad, but people still find it funny, so I'll
Got to
do
keep
it, I
doing it.
guess.
All right, I'm fixing the thumbnail so you guys can be happy.
Well, what's to talk about now, eh?
Oh no,
Oh,
we have ran out of stuff to talk about. Oh no, I'm kidding. Let's see. What do
no.
we got? Oh yeah, here we go. Here's a good one. So, do you know what's happening to Corrupted Planet, and was it ever official? Because I don't think it ever was.
No. No, it's not
No.
official. It was never official. The official sequel was always Scarlet Sirius. I think it's called Scarlet Star now.
I heard that it's still being worked on.
Yeah, I got revived very recently. Um, so
I have a
that's the
feeling that's
official
never going to
sequel.
come out.
Corrupted Planet was kind of a spin-off, I guess, an unofficial spin-off, I guess you could say. And as for where it is right now, I honestly don't know.
Lugia has a part, which is cool.
I don't think it's not like 100% dead, but I haven't gotten an update about it in months.
I've
But I
heard from a
think it's
lot of
still.
from yeah.
Hmm?
So the second part that comes up on YouTube, I'm gonna read this description. This is this guy's words, not mine. Probably the worst experience I have ever had in a collab. True Omega is a stupid bitch with mental issues.
Oh, you're
LMAO.
talking about
So many
Scarlet Series.
problems happened in that collab. First of all, replacing a lot of guys without reason, and True Omega insulting all the decorators for no reason. Man is like the Hitler, but in GD. It actually says that.
Oh my gosh. No, I
Wait, there's
was
a pinned
talking
comment.
about.
Wait. There's another thing. The pinned reads, by the way, True Omega made me decorate the old GP when he didn't pass the new one. What a idiot, lol. All right, what were you saying?
I was talking about Corrupted Planet though, concerning like the last time I've heard about it was probably months ago. But I don't think it's 100% dead. I think it's just being worked on very slowly. But I haven't had an update on it for a while. So I'm not really sure when that's gonna happen. And at this rate, it might not even be main list worthy by the time it's done. Well, that's an exaggeration, but
No, it has to be on the main list still.
yeah, I mean, to be fair, the list did slow down, but if it starts speeding back up like it did last year, or in the year before that, then yeah.
Yeah, there's no way.
Yeah,
I feel
Surge
like
starting in Scarlet Star.
I feel like knowing Omega, there's just no way that's gonna get finished.
I mean,
Like there's just
I
no way.
Yeah, I don't think that it's not gonna get finished.
I don't
Um,
know.
I think it's gonna take a long time, yes. I think Omega kind of dips in and out of the game quite a
I've heard
bit.
that he is a terrible host from like a lot of people
Yeah, I've heard that
for
as
that
well.
reason.
Yeah, yeah, I think he's kind of like me in that he just dips in and out of the community.
Hmm. Well, this is oh my god! I found the real sneakies
Wow.
part in Scarlet Sirius.
Oh my gosh,
Was
the real
merged. It
sneaky.
was like, dude. Oh my
That
god!
part,
It's so
I
bad.
did not like that part.
It sucks.
Yeah, the original, I mean, the new parts are looking pretty decent, but like the original parts for that level were just terrible.
I'll show you guys what one of the original parts looked like.
Yeah, please show it.
It's so fucking bad. This was the real sneakies part. This came after mine.
And bro didn't even bother to like try and no clip it well. It's just
My part was bad too. Let's not get
no,
this
your part
confused.
was garbage, Blue. It was
Yeah,
garbage, straight
it
up.
was so bad. It was so bad. It don't look
Have
that
you
well.
created
It
much since
aged
then?
pretty bad. No,
Because I know your rated levels are actually pretty, like they're very unique, but they're actually pretty satisfying looking.
thanks.
But those collab parts back then, I think you had a golden paracosm kind of redeco too, right?
Yeah, the Golden Paracosm will always be mid, but I
Yeah,
think compared to the old version, the remake is way better. I think that's not debatable. If anyone has seen the old version of Golden Paracosm, then you understand. You know what?
yeah. It never got rated
Let's
though,
pull
did
this
it?
up.
Another one of those.
No, thank God. All right, I will show you the original full level. Wait, where's final version? Let's see. Is this the one with all the fucking glow? Okay. There's a couple of these. I just gotta pull them all up. Yeah,
Oh,
I
by the
remember I
way,
completely remade the wave.
have you seen you know Surplex? Also another
Who?
Surplex, he's another multiplayer or mobile player. Or he
No.
has been for a long time, but he recently got a PC. Now he's just really good.
Dude, I want Biprex to get a PP, a PC. Dude, that protein bar. Oh, I'm feeling it. Oh, it's hitting me. This is the OG Golden Paracosm. Look at how bad it is.
You're acting like the protein bar is like a drug or something.
No, yeah, I'm kidding. Okay, I did take an
Oh
edible
yeah.
last night, but
So it's not the protein bar.
no, okay, so oh my god, all right, I have to explain that now.
The protein bar is laced.
Yeah, that's yeah. All right, so that's the original.
Man, I remember this level, yeah.
So then it got flack. So then I did this. Tell me if you guys notice a difference. I just put massive pieces of glow. You can't even see it. The bitrate's so bad.
Well, you can tell here. Gosh, that's like super. The bitrate's so bad that you can see the glow more than the actual
I think the level
blocks.
did objectively improve a little bit from the glow, like just a
Yeah.
small bit, but what the fuck? Okay, so that's what that looked like, right?
My
So you
eyes.
just saw that. And this is the remake.
Piss
And if
circles.
you don't think this is better, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. I think this is so much better. Like when you see it side by side like that, I think you can understand what I mean by it was much better after I remade it, but still not amazing.
Wait, what's this one that you're showing
That's the
right?
final version.
Okay, yeah, the final
Like
version
it's
looks
still like
way
whatever, but
better. It's
Yeah.
still it just looks much cleaner.
No, the level had like 6 or 7. And I think 2 of them were hackers, Terra and somebody else. I remember Wave was verifying it.
Oh, Wave, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is an even older one. Wave, Traxel, Lowlight, Extravagant. Yeah, Combi was gonna verify it too.
Oh my gosh.
Combi, okay, there's unlisted videos that I'm not gonna be able to find,
I
but
forgot LOL what was with Verifier at one point.
there's old versions that I'm not gonna be able to find, but Combi super buffed it at one point.
Hmm. Combi was also
Well,
just
I'm thinking of a guy named El Terra, and I don't want to assume anything about them. Um, I did hear though that they cheated something in GD. Like I don't know if that's true or not. So I
doesn't
actually
ring
do
any
kind of
bells for me.
apologize for just saying he was a cheater. But I have heard that he cheated something, and so back then I just assumed that he was a
They
former
hacked
cheater.
everything.
No, I'm sure he's legit to a degree.
No, I mean
But
like the
I mean,
assumption.
if he was cheating, he's probably fine. With the only ones you remember, yeah, it was yeah, N level 2. That was the other former hacker I was talking about.
Yeah, I
I don't
remember
know.
the
I
N
just
level
I just
situation.
remember people saying that Terra was suspicious, and I don't know. That was like a long time ago, so it's probably no. It's probably fine. It's probably legit.
Hmm.
Does he have any golden paracosm videos? No, he didn't even touch it. Or I don't know if he touched it, but he was struggling to clear Zafkill. Yeah, and then Wooshi 999 was like, he was like, I beat it.
See, see.
Is the Zafkill video on your channel a re-upload, or is that just when you beat it?
Re-upload.
When was your original beat?
I have no idea. I really don't know. Yeah, that's another thing that I regret about deleting my channel. I just don't know, like,
Do
a
you have a
large part of
Do you know if
my
there's a link to
history.
it anywhere on the Internet Archive?
I have no idea. I've never tried.
If I could find a link, I can check, but
I've never tried.
I'm sure somebody archived something. Actually, I think I
My
remembered going to it.
first, what's my
Yeah, no,
first
there is one.
original
I'm pretty sure.
channel?
I think I remember going to it, and that just shows. Yeah, I remember you beat Erebus, and everyone was like, "Okay, yeah, okay, yeah,
Yeah,
okay."
my Erebus video is also a re-upload on my current channel. That was on my old channel
You were
when
the
I
first
originally beat it.
victor. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I was.
Dude, remember Woodkid?
Woodkid? Yeah.
Oh, oh man.
It's so sad what happened to that level.
Do you remember when Bold Step became the verifier, and
Yeah.
like he would stream it to like 500 people in the summer of 2018, I think? That was awesome. I
Something like
loved
that.
that time period. 2018 was dead,
Ding,
the deadest era of GD in my opinion, but
ding,
yeah.
ding. Or the intro was like 15 seconds long.
Yeah, no, I think Bold Step
Oh my
hated I'm pretty sure he
gosh.
hated it. I'm pretty convinced he fucking hated that beginning. I'm gonna send Bold Step the link to the stream, even though we're
Was
like
the
about to
gameplay
wrap up.
was the gameplay even any good in that level?
In Woodkid,
It was
I never had a
visually
copy. I don't know.
cool looking, but the gameplay just didn't look like
You would
anything.
have to ask
It
Bold
just
Step. I sent him a link to the stream. He might show up.
okay. Yeah, it looked like something that would be fun to watch but not play.
I've heard people say that it's pure cancer. Like the new one. I'm thinking of the one Bold Step is verifying. Oh my god, yeah, the fucking intro was 14 seconds long. All right. So this is
It
this
just
is
did the
the
ding
level.
14
Okay.
like 4 times.
I'm doing some.
I think Wood Kid got re-verified, but it was like it was a much easier version, but also it was verified by kind of a unknown player, unknown Spanish player.
Remember this? I heard that this copy had way less objects.
LDM.
Oh, is this the LDM?
No.
Okay, this doesn't look that bad to play. This version does not look that bad to
The
play.
beginning of it doesn't look that bad to play, but when you get to the drop part
What the fuck ever happened to
here,
this version? Like, seriously.
no idea.
Wait, why is it
I
replaying
know,
it?
I think it came
Oh,
under
it's a preview.
copyright at one point, so we had to change some arts.
Yeah.
Or I think also because during the part where it calmed down, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I think it originally had like an art of a woman and she had like some
Oh,
cleavage
Exon uploaded
showing.
a showcase of the OG Woodkid. The 800,000 object one.
Didn't he have to change that one art though? Like where
Are
the
you talking about the
cleavage of the
boobs?
lady was showing? Yeah.
Oh man.
Like
Yeah,
it had to be
dude,
changed
apparently the guy who
because
made the song also thought it was terrible.
really?
Apparently the guy who made the song was like, dude, fuck
Woodkid
you for using my
himself.
music. Something like that. That's what Owen said.
Oh
Woodkid
yeah,
GD 2018.
speaking of things being removed from levels to be more kid friendly, it wasn't Requiem like it got rated, but Rob removed the middle finger.
I think so. I think it was a mod thing. I think they changed it back, but all right,
Oh, that was
I
pretty
found it.
funny.
This is the 2018 copy. This is the version that had like a lot of objects. Man, I remember the era when like this was like the coolest fucking level ever to
Yeah,
watch.
was.
They did not delete the Bloodlust Moon. No, they didn't. You're lying. That's a lie. Dude, I'm curious as to how this runs on 2.2. Like it's not gonna fucking open in the editor, but
How many objects did this have?
apparently it had 800,000.
Oh my gosh. Remember Corn?
Yeah,
Corn
that
was
got
terrible.
rated at one point, but then it got unrated because it was so big. I remember that.
You still can't open Ocular Miracle in 2.2. Wow.
Yeah, Ocular Miracle is also broken. Zimnior's part doesn't work. Zimnior's part just
2.2
breaks.
2.2 just broke everything.
Yeah, how do you feel about the physics changes, by the way? Like, do you think it's like a step in the a right direction to fix the clunkiness, or do you think like it was way long overdue and now it's just breaking shit?
Way long overdue, in my opinion. I don't really want to like complain a lot. It's not entirely game breaking. You know, people have still been able to resume playing the game despite that. But for me, someone who's already kind of not super motivated to play the game, that was kind of like the nail in the coffin for me.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's why I dropped Perfect Chaos as well, or partly why I dropped it.
Wasn't that level hard? That's the one by
Well,
Cairo, right?
yeah, Valentine and Cairo. Surrounded and I worked on buffing it because it wasn't list worthy on the first version. But after the update came out, after 2.2 came out, it just broke so many of the gameplay, so much of the gameplay in that level. So I just I had like
Valentine
next to
and
no
Cairo
motivation
X.
already, so yeah, I had
I
next to
think,
no
yeah.
motivation, so I just gave it to Surrounded. It was a good choice.
Somehow none of my levels are broken. Somehow. Those moving parts on Shallow Dive didn't break. I don't know how. It's a fucking miracle it didn't break. I know Breakout Redux
Oh,
broke.
oh, you know, actually, if there is a level that I would want to beat really badly, probably Multiplicity by Sirius.
That's a cool level.
That level is so dope. I remember the previews from years ago. I didn't realize that it came out recently
Isn't
until
it
like a few
really
days ago.
long?
Yeah, it is. But man, it's so cool. I love it.
What the fuck is that mini wave at the end of Perfect Chaos?
uh, you can blame me for that.
Oh, I found
Oh
one
yeah,
of
that
your
level's
progress
still not
videos.
rated, is it? It's Perfect Chaos still isn't rated, is it?
I don't know. Is this your video? I
Yeah, I
can't tell.
saw I saw that Slidgy beat Amalgam in like 620 attempts. Yep. You know, that was kind of another thing that like destroyed my motivation to like ever try and be good at this game again. It's just that Amalgam felt so difficult to me. Like I was 100% certain that it was going to be above Crimson Planet, and then here comes all the wave carried players saying that it's basically a free main list.
I don't know, man. Have you tried N-Swish Icon Zero Wave Pulse ULDM 360 FPS yet? That might be the problem.
I don't like zero wave pools.
Yeah, I'm kidding.
It's kind of ugly looking, but
I do get why people do that though, because it's like kind of less
it
distracting.
does kind of feel easier.
Yeah,
But I didn't even think about doing that as an option.
like literally zero for the wave pulse is insane. I don't even do zero anymore. That's just like that's too sweaty in my opinion. That's too much. Dude, being wave carried is a treasure. If you're wave carried, how about you fucking verify like Aquamarine or something? Amalgam in 600 attempts, dude, get onto Aquamarine. Like, come on, I'm waiting. You'll nail those doubles. Those doubles will be your first challenge.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but all of the non-wave parts in Tidal Wave aren't very difficult.
The cube is pretty hard. The
There's like a slow cube in the middle of the level that's kind of difficult. It's kind of wonky. But like aside from that, from what I've played of the level, I think the non-wave parts aren't really very difficult. So like being wave carried benefits you a lot in this game.
Yeah, I would agree. I would love to see Aquamarine on the list, like two. I mean, it's probably top one still.
Isn't Aquamarine just like a blue version of Sakupin Circles?
Yeah, and it's fucking impossible. And somebody has it in 2 runs, I think.
Is it even like decorated well, or is it just nine
It's
circles
like
effect blue?
1.99 circles effect.
Ugh, that's kind of I don't know. It's kind of that sounds kind of lame. Not gonna lie. I mean, props to the players who can get good progress on that,
I
but
mean, if they redecorated it, then like, I
yeah,
mean,
no,
all
they
the
should.
power to them. But
Yeah.
there's always going to be people who either like it or just dislike it a lot for being unoriginal. But like, I don't know. I find joy in being able to like something about almost every level I see. Being a hater is just too much stress.
Yeah, it's not good for your heart.
Yeah, yeah.
Calm
I
down,
have a
Grandpa.
I
It's
have a
not good for your
notorious
heart.
heart of iron, so that's kind of. There was a
You want to
video
pull up?
called.
You want to pull up the Aquamarine redeco?
Oh, is it a thing? Yeah, sure. Let's see
Apparently.
it. Tell me who it's by, and I'll. Oh, I found it. Is it by Washed?
Chat, help us out.
It's another. Is it by a guy named Washed? That's the one. Okay. This is a year old, and it seems that it is solo, I think. So let's tread lightly. It's already very okay. I don't know. It's just kind of generic.
It looks decent. Looks a little messy, but
It's just
well,
generic.
this part
I
looks
wish it
clean.
tried to like I wish it tried to expand upon the ideas of the original decoration. Oh, okay. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't
Yeah,
like
tidal
this.
wave.
I don't like
It just
this.
looks like wait, this is Aquamarine? I guess I haven't seen it in a long time.
Yeah, I don't like
It's
this at
like
all.
aerial gleam and Sakupin circles mixed.
This is wait, what the fuck? This part's pretty good. Huh? What happened? Why is this part super sick? Why is that last part so good? What the
Oh
fuck?
yeah, it is. What?
That last part was insane, but everything else
It
is
is.
horrible.
California girls.
What the fuck was that? That's another reason I like the original Aquamarine. I feel like its simplicity carries. Like I don't know if that's a weird thing to say. I think less became more in the sense of just the level. Of course it's
Hmm.
uninspiring 9 circles, but for what is there, I think it just does what it wants and doesn't try to be anything more than it is.
Okay, I actually thought Aquamarine was just the 66 part of Sakupin circles like repeated, but I guess I just haven't seen the full level then.
It's fucking hard. I would get bored a couple years ago and I would just like no clip this and just sweat so hard until I got a good act on it. Aerial gleam, but less deco. Yeah, pretty much. What is fantasy? Oh my god, I'm gonna have to find more stuff.
And the ending
Yeah,
is
I mean,
basically just Crimson Clutter.
I wonder, dude. All right, how about this? I got you an interesting question. You don't have to answer. If you could delete
Sure.
one 9 circles level forever, which one? Which one are we just wiping?
Hmm. Let me think.
You don't know.
There's probably a Nine Circles tier list, I'm sure.
Probably not.
Probably in terms of like my least favorite one ever, probably the one by Dorami.
Sine waves.
Yeah.
A lot of people would not
Oh,
agree
no,
with
no,
that,
no,
but
definitely Crackhead. Yeah, no, I would get rid of Crackhead.
oh, crackhead circles.
I forgot that existed. Yeah, no, get rid of that one.
All right,
Like
epilepsy warning.
who hears that song and thinks that's a good song to make a GD level with? Like, I'm sorry.
Epilepsy warning.
It's just that song is just unbearable to listen
Dude,
to. I don't know how you
no,
could play
no.
it attempt
I
after attempt.
disagree with deleting Sakupin circles. I heavily disagree. That was made so long ago, and everything that happened was out of Nick 24's hands.
It's too much of a historic. Sakubin Circles is
I
too
think
much of a like
Sakupin circles
historical
has enough
treasure.
history behind it to get a pass, even if you might not like the way it looks. Levels with stories and structure to them are infinitely more interesting than levels that look objectively better but just appeared out of nowhere, in my
Yeah, I
opinion.
agree. Yeah, it's
I
all
mean, even
about
if it was a joke, still, like, that's just how I feel.
the memorable aspect to me.
Jesus, this looks like that one ice cave level I tried to decorate a couple years ago. This is like if Mujige was made today. You know
Yeah,
what I'm talking about?
yeah, I liked Mujige. I mean, it wasn't very. I never thought it looked like very good. Mujige always looked. This rainbow kind of design is not my favorite. You know, not to be
I liked
homophobic or
Mujige. I
anything.
just liked it because it was
Okay.
like kind of not like
But
anything else.
no, it's just kind of an eyesore, like all those different colors.
Well, that was kind of the idea. It was like embrace it, the spectrum. Forgot that it's nerfed.
But
Yeah.
Mujige or whatever you call it, I do appreciate the history aspect of it, and
Wait, did Brendan
that's
Larkin beat it with sunglasses?
which one?
Oh, I thought Brendan Larkin beat Mujige with sunglasses. I
Uh,
was about to be like,
Dude,
what?
Brandon Larkin's one of my favorites. Probably my favorite player to touch the game.
Oh,
Just
really?
because of like how cool of a dude he is.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Probably second to Trusta. Or Trusta is second to Larkin, yeah. That.
Yeah, Wooshi, have you ever met Woogie?
No.
You've never met Woogie 1411?
No, I've never talked to him, but
Dude, I
I've
remember the
been
days of 2016. I used to watch Brendan
yeah.
Larkin like every day. I also watched
Yeah, me
EVW every
too.
day.
Oh, EVW. Yeah.
Yeah. I watched him a long time ago. That was back when he was like way more unfiltered and would just say anything.
Bro, the what is that called?
The Agar Are you talking about the Agario clip?
Yes, that one. You know
I
exactly
didn't
what I'm
watch
talking
him when it
about.
was that unfiltered, but I watched him when he was like,
There
would
was
say
also the
anything.
video with the ice cubes in his pants whenever he failed in GD. That's so cursed. Oh my gosh. Now
I
he's
remember the
more
hot
like
sauce challenge.
now he's more like wholesome dad kind of content. But yeah, he
Yeah.
used to be so oh
Doesn't
my
he live in
god.
South Korea?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah,
And
he
I think
lives in
he's a
Korea.
teacher too, right?
Yeah, he's an English teacher, I think.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
think he
pretty
tries to
cool.
hide that. I hope I'm not like leaking
He
stuff.
would be the cool teacher. He would 100% be the cool teacher.
Oh yeah. Has have his I think his name is Eric Wilderman, which would make sense.
Yeah.
I know he used to live in Canada. He used to have like a recording studio in the basement or whatever.
Mm. Oh, he
Well, yeah, he's
retired.
Canadian but living in Korea. And he teaches English to Korean students, I
The
guess.
boat incident.
How long ago was that?
I
Oh,
don't
he's
even
not an English
know.
teacher anymore? Does he just do, I'm guessing he just does YouTube full time then. He hasn't been for years. All right, all right.
No need to shout. No need to
Yeah,
shout.
yeah. Yeah, don't yell. I will fucking cry. You don't understand.
Oi, oi.
What if I just did that? What if I just brought a guest on and just had a breakdown and just made it like the most awkward thing ever? Like they mentioned like they mentioned something, I just start crying. He just doesn't say a word for 5 minutes. I I wonder what the biggest meltdown ever on a podcast has been.
Wow, I remember Chris Credible. Because Chris
Yeah,
Credible,
let me get him on here.
I think Chris Credible actually lived near me. And I remember he got on the local news once.
Yeah, yeah, for Fortnite, I think. No, GD, GD.
No, no, for GD.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah,
What do I think about
he had a
streamers reacting?
big subscriber base. I don't know, like Me personally, and good on, congratulations to him for getting such, high popularity. But I just don't see how people found his content appealing. Like that's just me.
It's because we were not 12.
Huh?
It's because we were 14 and 15, and his target demographic were way younger.
Today's 14 and 50 or 15-year-olds.
Well, yeah, he's the same age as us.
Yeah. No, but I mean like
He
his
he
audience
graduated to
now
the
would
logical
be
next step, which is Fortnite.
his audience. I
He
think
holds the
Oddball did
world
that
record for
too.
most dislikes on a GD video. Let's see. All right, I
Really?
bet I could. I'm gonna guess this. He came back in 2020. Oh my god. All right. Um, is it I beat Yatagarasu on my first try? Has to be that. It has to be that one. Yeah. So for anybody curious listening, the GD video with the most dislikes ever is apparently is Chris Credible's I beat Yatagarasu my first try, I break my TV, and it has 77,000 dislikes. I mean, yeah, it was just playing an auto.
That's what Kai Guy does, like in all of his shorts.
I mean, yeah. Kai Guy has, doesn't he have like 2 million subs? Yeah, he has
Yeah,
almost 2
how?
million.
I don't know how.
I mean, I think he just found his niche. Like, even if the niche is just baby, you know.
Yeah.
But like, let me tell you, you know, if I was if I was an 11-year-old trying to play GD and Kai Guy just uploaded, I would be eating so good. Dude, a new fucking best 10 levels of difficulty. Let's fucking go, dude. I got my Cheez-Its, I got popsicles, I got no job,
You
no
got your
responsibilities because I'm
Uncrustable,
a
your
kid.
Cosmic Brownie, your Go-Gurt.
Denny makes good shorts, really. Let's see. Oh,
Mm.
it's literal shit. Well, I don't know what I expected. I mean,
Drooling baby
they
boo
all
boo
try that.
gaga content.
It's all about the attention, I guess, and the views and the fucking stuff. Dude, the reason a lot of people don't do that is because they have dignity and that YouTube shorts give you so many dead subs. So many people sub to you from shorts. Like if you're making literal garbage, that they'll just be dead.
Is that the secret? All
If
right,
you want
time to make
100,000
time to make
subs
some
that do
terrible
nothing,
shorts.
yeah, make terrible shorts.
All right, Blue, you and me. We're gonna revive Roblox Kid 777. Make a bunch of shorts.
What if I made Sprite GS and just shorts? Just ruined that.
You get like 50 million subscribers.
The world of Sprite GS had 100K.
Oh, Blue, remember your fake? Remember you made a Twitter with my name?
Yeah, I do remember that.
I think you did. I think you did a face reveal for me, like that picture of the
Yes, I
Google
did.
image Filipino kid. I think a lot of people still think
A
that's what
lot
I
of people
look
don't
like.
know that.
A lot of people don't know that that's not me.
We're not gonna be able to find this.
Find what?
That tweet, like a screenshot of it.
I mean, I have the picture. I have the picture of the random Google Images kid at you.
No, so for context, guys, in 2017, I made a Twitter account called Wooshi999, and Wooshi didn't use Twitter, or he might have.
I had deleted my Twitter at the time.
Yeah, so I uploaded a face reveal, which was not him, and it was
Pull it
this
up.
picture. It was this
I just
picture.
sent it to you. Pull it up.
It was this. And everyone who saw that back then, everybody thought that was him. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but that's not him. So you guys have been fooled for years. That was just me trolling on an alt.
Those were. Oh my gosh, that account was so funny though.
Oh my god, yeah. I gotta
Okay.
hold on. Wait.
Yeah, we're gonna need to wrap up.
Yeah, I gotta try out some stuff.
By the way, Blue,
Yeah.
if you're down or if you're cool with it, I would be down to be another host if one of these guys doesn't show up. If you need someone.
Yeah, sure. We should do one where if it's solo again, I'll just get you and Riot or something. Oh my god, tidal wave rated. No way. Let's go, dude. By the way, guys, another thing about future episodes that I want you guys to know is that I'm never opposed to getting a reoccurring guest. So, for example, I asked Zoink if he wants to come back on at some point, and he said that he would. So there's that. And if you
Yeah,
if you
there's only
guys can
so much you
remember,
can
the first
ask.
episode was a fucking train wreck. Funny, but a train wreck.
Wait, who was the first? Was Riot first or
First was
no?
Zoink.
Oh, first
And if you
was
remember, that
Zoink.
was a
Okay.
train wreck. Riot 2. I might want to wait a little longer.
Yeah, I would too.
It's only been 4 months is a long time, but
Yeah, this podcast hasn't been going on for long enough, in my
only
opinion.
4 months.
But I would definitely, yeah, I think part twos are definitely a good idea because there's only so much you can gauge from a person in one stream. And at the same time, considering that a lot of your recent ones haven't had all the hosts, and you've been like maybe the only one asking questions, I'm pretty sure that there's things that other people are curious about that you maybe didn't think of.
Is it far fetched to say that I'm carrying this podcast?
No, not at
Is
all.
that too is that too arrogant to say?
I don't think at all, just because you've been the one who's been present at every one.
And
I've
bring
seen the
B Graham
last ones,
back?
and
He's doing
I've seen the
whippets, I
last
can't.
ones, and the
My back must hurt. You guys, Wooshi, have you seen the nice one? I love that one.
yeah, I was there for a bit because
I loved that one.
yeah, Noise is a cool dude.
I enjoyed the Kulak one too.
I wasn't at that one actually.
There's a lot of good things that Kulak said that I need to make into clips, but I just can't be bothered. I'm so busy.
Yeah,
Like
and
I
these are
would have to
just
dedicate
like
like an hour or
hours
two just
long.
to sit here and make 10 clips for one a day, which is it's not that hard. It just takes a long time. But
Mm.
so where's Ice Cave? Iced Cave is working for somebody that he knows. And
Yeah,
Finn,
he's actually
I
making
guess,
bank. Good for him.
and Finn was going to be here, but then when we were about to start, he was like, I'm not set up. So he's not here. And I'm not saying that to dog on Finn individually. Finn is in college. Nico does whatever the fuck he does. And
Aren't you in college too, Blue?
I, no. And I dedicate the most time to this. So, not surprising that I am kind of the one keeping the cogs rolling because, and again, not to dog on the other hosts because they are busy, but I honestly feel like if I wasn't here, I feel like the podcast would just end or it would just be
Yeah,
done
Blue. I
different.
think I think it might be best to like, and here's me just kind
Yeah.
of like, here's my resume, all right? But I
All right, let's
think it
hear it.
would be kind of a good idea to have backups for sure.
Yeah, I was gonna have backup guests at one point too, because
But
I thought
backup
about,
hosts as well, because I
yeah,
kind
I'll
of
just
want
say,
to, I would want to
mhm.
ask questions of people as well.
Yeah, there actually is something really interesting that I'm gonna do in the future. Get combined. That's a funny idea.
That
He
is a,
has talked to me like once in a voice call years ago, but the thing I was getting at, um, people like Nepesta want to come. I'm not gonna like say he wants this. This is what I've been told from Finn, that like was a suggestion which might happen. Um, Nepesta might come on with Diamond Splash in the future, for example, like that.
mm,
Um, we can bring people back two at a time, you know. And but I really want to do one where I don't have any topic board and we're just talking. I really want to do one of those because I feel like that would be very entertaining, albeit maybe not fully GD oriented.
yeah, I mean, I think we're all grown up enough now that it's not gonna devolve like, you know, um,
Yeah,
past Discord calls. My gosh.
yeah, Diamond
And
Splash
also, if it's
real.
a podcast, I think people are gonna be more like willing to actually talk instead of
I
just
guess I guess now that we're sitting right here, I might as well address some of the criticism that the podcast has received directly and just give my thoughts on it and what can be done to make it better. So the first critique, which I've already talked about, is that the host flack out. We've already talked about that. Just get backup
yeah,
host, and I like that
yep,
idea. And Riot has said like, I can just fucking do this with you. He's said that before. Not exactly, but he's said something like that. Like, why don't I just host with you? You know, because I'm pretty sure he
yeah.
really likes the idea of the podcast.
Oh, it's a
Um,
great idea.
another critique is that it seems like the podcast is just me. Like a lot of people, every time one of the people are gone or both, everyone always just says, "This is just a Discord call," or "This is just you or your podcast." And look, I get it. Nico and Finn helped popularize this with their following, and so did I a little bit, even though I'm the smallest objectively out of the three. However, I'm the one who had the initial idea to make the podcast when I was on a live stream with Finn months ago, too. I create 95% of the fucking everything for this channel. Finn made 2 clips. I made the rest. I make all the thumbnails. I made the OBS shit. I'm the one who organizes episodes 98% of the time. I write the topic boards. I write the live shit to set up. Like, I do a lot of the work. So, of course, I'm going to be here every time. And of course, it's going to like feel like it's mine. And I'm not trying to act like I'm the only one who made it get to this point. What I'm saying is that like that makes a lot of sense when you think about it that way. Nico and Finn are just parts of the puzzle. And it can work without them, but it is just a little lackluster. And the critique is perfectly legitimate too. Um,
Yeah, I mean,
but you know,
yeah, I think the backup hosts thing should solve that issue.
yeah, yeah. At the end of the day, though, it's also just something we like to do for fun. We like
Yeah,
being professional to a limit. But
but I mean, my
yeah,
the reason I think it's good to have backup hosts is just so that multiple people can come up with their own questions, you know?
yeah. Finn does do a very good job, actually. He was very good on the Kulak episode. I kind of
Mm.
like I kind of fucking zoned out halfway through that and just let them talk
Happens.
because I felt like I did enough for like the last like 3 episodes before that. Um, another piece of criticism I see a lot, which I just don't fucking get, is the fact that I'm yapping or that like I sometimes interrupt people and I sometimes do. Have you guys ever had a conversation with somebody before? Like seriously, like that just happens. Have you ever listened to anyone talk? That just fucking happens. Like, and I'm not a professional. I don't know. That's just
Hmm.
like, okay.
Admittedly, I think sometimes, just to be transparent with you, I think sometimes you go on tangents. Sometimes you do.
Yeah, that's fair. And you're probably right. I do think though, like again, this is just a conversation. We're just talking.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's how I see it. Because I'll see somebody comment and just be like, dude, he keeps dude, what the fuck? Why is he talking so much? Come on. Fine, whatever.
Yeah, I mean the tangents are yeah. I kind of did like the tangents we went on today. I just wanted to make sure we got through the questions, but the tangents, yeah, they were nice, like, you know,
I mean,
trips to
it,
the past. I liked all the I liked all this
I like it going on
it's a lot
tangents
of
like that.
nostalgia for me because just
Mhm.
going through our favorite eras and stuff.
You want to know another reason I like doing that?
What's up?
Because it makes it seem more authentic and way more organic than just like a verbatim script.
Yeah.
That's why I
No,
like the
definitely.
idea of topics and bullet point more, because I can
Yeah.
just bring something up and then we can just delve in. And so I actually think the tangents make the show better in that
Yeah, I mean,
regard.
honestly, I don't even think, I mean, this is just how I would be, but I don't think I would even have like a list of that many questions. Just
Yeah,
general
it's always
ideas
just
of
basic
where we would go.
stuff. I always try to make it revolve around something that the person has done or what this person is known for or like a well-researched question. Like I had a really funny one for Noise. So Noise exposed Deflo. You remember him?
Yes.
Yeah, Noise exposed him. And Deflo made an edit to one of his comments where he was ruthlessly defending himself years ago.
Hmm.
And he edited the comment and he was like, yeah, edit guys, 6 years later, I don't know what the fuck I was doing. This is so funny. I don't know why I ever tried to hide it. And Noise didn't know about that. So I brought it up on the podcast and he was like, what? Really? What?
That's pretty funny.
And that was just a funny thing. But yeah, the criticism that it receives is very well presented. And sometimes I do get other people to host with me, but for the most part, I just you know what it also is? You know what some of it also is?
What's up?
I think some of it's also related to my own personal pride and me seeing if I can do it that way. That sounds stupid,
Doing
but
what?
like a one-on-one podcast. Because with Noise, I had never
Hmm.
tried that yet, and
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to do it because I was like, I wonder how it would go. That's
Yeah, I
another
mean,
thing too,
and that's fair. Yeah. I think
and like
one-on-ones can be, there's an advantage to both forms. Um, One-on-ones can be nice,
I think this one's
just
fine.
because it's more of like, I think it's more of a personal level almost. And I think the three-on-ones give a bit more of a range, bigger
I
range
think
of
it gives more
ideas.
stability. Like there's
Also,
no moments where
also, Blue, I do need to wrap this up because I'm about to
yeah,
go to
I
a
do
friend's
too.
recital. So,
Yeah, I gotta go to Broadway. I need to get on a flight in like an hour. That's a joke.
like,
Um,
yeah.
um,
No, I just mean like one of my friends is music
yeah.
major. He has his recital.
All right.
So,
Well, this has been fun. Um,
yeah.
these never, honestly, I'm gonna get proved wrong in the future, but these never go wrong. Like, I know this is gonna be like a nothing bad ever happens to the Kennedys situation, but so far these have always went pretty well. Every time I think
Yep.
like they might be lackluster, they're fine. Yeah. But I'm glad you came on, and best of luck to you in the future. I wonder if he left. You still there? There you are.
Boo.
Oh my god. Oh my god. What the fuck? Oh my god. What the hell? Dude, you can't. What the fuck? Dude, what? Dude.
Very scary.
No, but if you have any closing statements or anything that people should be excited about in the future, you should let them know.
Or I'll say this. Thanks for watching. I've been your host, C1997. See you soon in another video.
All right, goodbye, everybody.